We are back with more My Southern Home, and I'm here with Sara with Somm in the city. And Sara, thank you so much for joining us again.
Thank you for having me.
So I love that you have the perfect wine for any girls' night or some of the spring get-togethers.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's all about what I'm thinking lately is just like, what are we going to drink while watching our favorite shows, enjoying this gorgeous weather, and really just what is the best to entertain with. So, of course, we're going to start with a glass of the Rombauer. I absolutely love this Chardonnay from Carneros from California. It's absolutely gorgeous. You get the perfect balance between fruit and spice. It's also really ideal for the Chardonnay lover. But if you don't want too much oak, there's not too much oak in it here for you, so you really kind of get that really beautiful balance of minerality. Plus, it goes great with the cheese board. I also love this Delamont champagne. So champagne is one of those classic wines that I always love to have out. No matter what day of the week it is, I always have a bottle of bubbly in my fridge. I happen to love Delamont because I think they are very affordable for the champagne prices, as well as they deliver this elegance and this minerality that honestly you really can't get with a lot of other ones. Then I have my Côte de Rhône. So a Côte de Rhône, I always like to pull out something for red. I have that one friend that's always like, I only drink reds. And so when I think about what I want to pair with what we're having on the table, so if it's a potluck or if someone's bringing different accompaniments to a charcuterie board, something from the Rhone Valley always goes so well. So this particular wine is made in the Southern Rhone, so you get this nice balance between minerality and freshness. It's fruit forward, yet it just has enough volume to really stand up to even something larger than a charcuterie board. And then I also picked a Spanish rosé. So I do always love to include a rosé in my lineup. I'm a rosé year-round drinker, but the rosé, this one from Spain, it's Garnacha grape varietal, so it really gives you these bright, bursting, fruit-forward flavors. You get a lot of really nice elegance on the palate, and it's just so refreshing on these hot days.
Sara, if you're having a party and you want to make sure you're pairing the right wine for the food that you're serving, what's the best way to go about doing that?
Yeah, so a lot of people think, you have to just stick with meats and cheeses and wine, and that they all have to pair. What I like to do is match the flavors that you want to highlight in the food. With the Rombauer, since I poured that, it's a nice spring day here, and I just wanted to have something crisp and refreshing. So ultimately, if you want to give it a try, if you put it to your nose, you get these bright, bursting fruit and freshness, and ultimately what I want to do is you think cheese, but because of the acidity in this wine and because of the body, you have to find that perfect balance. So what I would do is pair a creamy cheese. You can easily pair something as simple as popcorn with a little bit of Parmesan on top. Anything that has a little bit of saltiness to bring up the fruit-forward notes in this wine. The crispness and the acidity in this wine is absolutely gorgeous, and it really just brightens your day. However, if you wanted to go with something like an entree or whatnot, I would absolutely recommend a roasted chicken. You can easily go with pork. Some of my favorite pairings are definitely even a good old-fashioned burger, cheeseburger at home. Yay.
Well, cheers, Sara.
Cheers.
Thank you so much for all of this information.
Thank you so much for having me.
We'll be back with more My Southern Home in just a moment.